The TV series Scrubs mixed belly laughs with emotional gut punches and some of TV's sharpest character work. And with the program's revival upon us, well, we thought we would celebrate all things Sacred Heart. And we're starting with the show's hilarious array of running jokes.
Whatever you do, don't go bald.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Scrubs running gags.
Hey, girl's name. What?
Hooch is crazy.
For this list, we'll be going over some of the best recurring jokes from the medical sitcom Scrubs. It's entirely possible we overlooked your favorite gag. Number 10, the janitor's absurd stories.
Well, the good news is his head isn't in the storage room. I once found a head in the storage room. It's a funny story, actually.
The unnamed janitor who works at Sacred Heart, the hospital the show takes place in, is, well, quite the strange character. A compulsive liar, the janitor often tells outlandish stories about himself and his colorful past.
I was in the military.
Where did you come from?
If I find out you're wearing a bronzy without having served, I'm gonna make things uncomfortable for you.
These include everything from having formerly been in the janitor branch of the military to not believing in the moon.
I think it's just the back of the sun.
And the thing is, the guy's so weird, it's hard to know what's real and what's made up to mess with people. But that element of mystery is just part of what makes the janitor such a fun character.
Oh wait, now you're telling us that you're a world-class hurdler and you slept with the beautiful and irreplaceable Amy Carter?
I didn't sleep with Amy Carter. We did everything but.
Oh.
And I really was a world-class hurdler.
Number 9, the janitor's alter egos. Along with his penchant for lying, the janitor also loves pretending to be other people and taking up odd jobs in addition to his custodial work. He's even pretended to be chief of medicine.
Chief o' medicine?
I'm the chief of medicine, Bob Kelso. Who the hell is this?
I'm you. I'm talking to you from a future phone. By the way, sell all your gasoline stocks. Everything now runs on potatoes.
Depending on the day, these alter egos can be as simple as him putting on different accents, like British and German.
Am I the only one that knows the real you?
Who says this is the real me? Perhaps this is. Or this.
He also adopts more elaborate facades, however, like pretending to be his own twin brother Roscoe.
Why is he doing that?
I think he gets bored.
Perhaps his most recurring character is Dr. Jan Etor, his doctor persona, which he uses whenever he wants to literally play doctor.
We're going to have to let you go, Marv. But stiff upper lip.
I'm sorry, Dr. Etor.
Call me Jan.
Say what you will about the guy, but the janitor is quite the skilled actor. Number 8, calling JD girls' names.
Okay, Tina, here's what I'm prepared to offer you to relinquish the post of Godfather.
In many ways, Dr. Perry Cox proves to be a fantastic mentor to JD, but he's also incredibly abrasive and insulting to the young doctor. As part of his campaign of belittlement, Dr. Cox refers to his protege almost exclusively by various girls' names instead of his own.
Gladys, Ginger, Tiffany, no, Cheryl, Betty, that's no.
Betsy, good morning. Let's make with a chop chop.
Dr. Cox can get pretty creative with these, and apparently puts a lot of thought into the practice. Mondays are apparently for names most common among specific ethnic groups. Then again, it's also funny when he doesn't put any effort in at all.
Hey, girl's name.
What?
Give me a break, I got a lot on my mind, Ellen. Oh!
While the whole thing may not do so much for JD's self-esteem, it's a great running gag. Number 7, the janitor's pranks. In addition to being a consummate liar, the janitor is also a grade A troll and prankster. The most frequent target of these tricks is JD, whom the janitor has a long-standing grudge against. He rarely passes up any opportunity to humiliate, embarrass, or bamboozle the goofy doctor.
Please enter the jiggly circle. Everybody else, on my signal, prepare to throw.
Throw?
Now.
Still, that doesn't mean other characters are exempt. The janitor doesn't give a damn about what most people think, so he'll even go after authority figures like Dr. Cox or even Dr. Kelso.
Where the hell is my car? I parked it right there. I know I parked it. God's sake, am I losing my mind?
It's always satisfying seeing him bring people down a peg, even if he sometimes suffers for it.
Really?
Really?
Number 6. Todd's innuendos. Dr. Todd Quinlan, better known as the Todd, is the hospital's resident horn dog. Women, men, Ms. Pac-Man, the Todd does not discriminate.
Oh, Miss Pac-Man, I would sex that bow right off your head. Eat those dots, you naughty, naughty girl.
And he will take any and every opportunity to twist the words in someone's mouth into an innuendo.
People think I just luck into these situations, but it's really a lot of hard work.
His timing is borderline supernatural, and he'll show up whenever someone says anything that can be even vaguely construed as sexual.
This sausage is huge!
Excuse me, ladies, I'm needed elsewhere.
The Todd knows when he's needed, and he evidently puts a lot of work into being there when people deliver a good setup.
What can we say? The Todd has a way with words.
You know, Doctor, I'm getting a little tired of the sexual innuendo.
In your endo.
Number 5. Hooch is crazy.
There's no beer in the fridge. You know what? We're gonna have to make a stop and pick up some hooch. Yeah, Tuck? Sorry, man. I was talking about the beer. That's no problem, buddy.
Sacred Heart is full of strange characters, but arguably the most unhinged is Dr. Hooch.
What do you mean, say hooch?
Oh my God, what? I'm a little busy.
I'm sorry, I'm not really sure what's happening right now.
Well, of course you're not. Because in your head, it's all about you, isn't it? Well, no more. Say hooch again, it will be the last thing you ever say.
At first a slightly severe surgeon, Hooch is gradually driven insane over the course of the show, at least in part as a result of JD and Turk's antics. Given to intense overreactions to things like people saying his name or following him around, Hooch gets more and more mad as the show goes on, which makes characters laughing off his comical criminal insanity all the funnier.
Who else thinks they're faster than me, huh? Huh?
Yo, Hooch is seriously crazy.
It only happens in JD's fantasy as he leaves Sacred Heart, but it was still incredibly satisfying to hear Hooch admit what we've known all along.
Hooch is crazy.
Number 4. Todd's high fives. In addition to his lewd remarks, the Todd is also famous for his love of high fives.
Todd, we high five on everything.
That's such a lame excuse. I'm totally pissed at you. High five.
He's so enthusiastic about them that he'll give 5 for just about any event. Not only that, but he's so strong that his high fives are usually accompanied by a whip crack sound effect and the other person experiencing a lot of pain.
Assisted 5, I'll take it.
And of course, he's gotta seal it with a snap. The Todd gives high fives so often that he even names them based on the situation.
No one? Self 5. For the big dog.
According to the overly enthusiastic surgeon, he's actually brought someone back to life with one. Whether that's true or not, the Todd's fives are divine in our books.
That's right. The Miracle 5.
Number 3. JD and Turk's friendship.
You're my closest friend. In college, we shared a toothbrush.
I was not aware of that.
We did.
JD and Turk have one of TV's greatest bromances. The two of them are so close that it can sometimes seem like they're in love. And they are, sort of, though not exactly romantically. Their friendship is a frequent source of humor, as they can sometimes go a little overboard.
I'm just saying, the only time you two haven't been together was our honeymoon. What?
It's time. No. Yes.
From being together on Turk's honeymoon to a full-blown musical number, Turk and JD's relationship is as funny as it is heartwarming.
And sometimes it's easier to hide
and explain our guy love. That's all it is.
And sure, other characters may lampoon the closeness of their friendship, but they're just jealous. We know we are.
Turk, we're not married.
Dude, we're a little married.
I know. I love it.
Number 2, the rants of Dr. Cox. Dr. Cox can command a room.
Fine. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how it ends.
And when he gets particularly worked up about something, he tends to go on extended rants about the subject.
These usually involve haranguing his residents, particularly JD, but they also extend to things he generally dislikes.
Laverne believes in God, which is hilarious to me, and Ted is the hospital's sad sack.
The man has turned yelling and complaining into a veritable art form, and when his momentum gets going, it's impossible to look away or not to laugh as he manages to be threatening, instructive, and hilarious all at the same time. Still, he could go a little easier on Hugh Jackman.
And Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. How dare he?
Before we unveil our number one pick, here are some honorable mentions. Eagle. Whenever JD soars, he's always so majestic.
Mount up.
Eagle!
Dr. Kelso calling Turk Turkleton. The man doesn't care that he gets Turk's name wrong, and it's hilarious.
Dr. Turkleton.
Actually, sir, it's Turk.
That's your first name.
You think my name is Turkleton?
And Mrs. Turkleton.
Ted's band. They may be called the Worthless Peons, but they've got legit pipes.
Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. Turn. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone.
The Rage of Dr. Cox. The man's a great doctor, but boy does he have anger issues. JD and Turk's college flashbacks. Somehow this adorkable duo was even dorkier in the past.
Welcome to our lair. I'm an 8th level ogre magi with invisibility, and this is Randall.
Number 1, JD's fantasies. If there's one running gag that defines Scrubs, it's JD's fantasies.
Yeah, I got something to say to Dr. Cox. I'm gonna give you the best damn evaluation that you ever did see.
Always in his own head, JD has a very active imagination. This leads to a lot of funny and frequently elaborate fantasies on his part. Although other characters get a few of their own, JD's are easily the most recognizable, and when he does snap out of them, his commentary on them makes for excellent non sequiturs.
Stay away from my organs.
What we wouldn't give to live in his head for a day.
Oh, great. There he goes off into his fantasy world. Now I'm stuck here waiting until he snaps out of it with some weird comment.
Sharp tongues and surgical precision. It's time to check out now the most savage burns and killer comebacks from Scrubs.
What if we have a son and he wants to take dance class even though all his friends are playing football?
He can dance if he wants to. He can leave his friends behind. Because his friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best insults and comebacks on Scrubs.
You're wrong. You're so wrong.
Wrong. Wrong. You're wrong.
For this list, we'll be going over the amusing and biting retorts, rants, and remarks delivered by characters on the sitcom Scrubs. Number 10. Kelso in Hell. Dr. Cox and Dr. Kelso have quite different outlooks on medicine, as well as plenty of animosity towards one another.
It's hotter than hell in here.
Freezing.
Great coffee, though.
Rat piss.
Dr. Murphy is an incompetent suck-up.
No, Bob. In fact, he's one of the finest young doctors I've ever had the good fortune of working with.
While Kelso tells the residents to pay attention to all of their terminally ill patients equally, Dr. Cox tells them the exact opposite, asking that they focus all their efforts on one whom he believes they may actually be able to save. After Elliot protests, citing Kelso's previous order, Dr. Cox claims that the only thing he wants to hear from Kelso's mouth is that the older doctor has ended up in the opposite place of where he might have wanted to go, along with several dictators and, oddly, a children's TV host.
I'm dying. Now I'm moving towards the light. But wait a minute, there's been a mistake. This is hell. Hello, Hitler. Hello, Mussolini. Captain Kangaroo. That's weird.
You'd never know it from looking at him. Number 9. Carla calls Katie out. New intern Katie gets on people's bad sides by taking credit for their work. So, to set her straight, Carla sits her down in the cafeteria and tells her to knock it off.
This childish, self-centered attitude you keep throwing everyone's way is nothing new.
She has seen many people in her time at Sacred Heart, so any excuse for her behavior is no excuse at all. Katie tries to sway Carla by detailing her unfortunate upbringing, but Carla replies,
"Oh, Katie, I know. Heard it."
She goes on to list all the emotional baggage she and her friends all deal with. Carla makes it clear to Katie that acting out is only going to alienate the people she's going to be spending most of her time with, and if she keeps it up, she won't last long.
And I can tell you they will love you unconditionally if you let them. But if you don't, they... Check that. We will eat you alive.
Good advice for most workplaces. Number 8. JD impersonates Dr. Cox. JD hangs on Dr. Perry Cox's every word and looks up to him as a mentor.
Medicine is a collaborative effort, and that means that your opinion is just as important as mine. So,
Let's see if you got the gobstoppers to take the lead. Be me.
When Cox offers to let JD take the lead on a patient, JD responds to his caustic attitude by replying in kind, imitating his every mannerism.
Here's the deal, Eleanor. We're gonna go ahead and get a full workup on this guy. So while I drop an NG tube and do a gastric lavage, why don't you go ahead and get an order on an EKG with cardio biomarkers?
He does the whistle, calls Dr. Cox a girl's name, and goes into an overly long rant with several tangents that further call the older doctor's masculinity into question. While Dr. Cox responds by pretending to get lost in thought like JD does, we have to feel like he almost respects the effort. At least until JD fails at the shoulder bump. Well, you can't always hit every note.
Now you gotta grab that elevator, but not without giving him his patented shoulder bump. Good day. Ow! How you like me now?
Number 7. Two Thumbs. While most see Dr. Bob Kelso as the heartless chief of medicine, it's more that he's seen it all and has stopped caring as much about most things, including what people think of him.
Hey, champ, what has two thumbs and doesn't give a crap? Bob Kelso. How you doing?
One of his favorite ways to express this is to rhetorically ask people what has two thumbs and doesn't give a crap. The answer is, invariably, his own name. This is somewhat of a catchphrase for him, though he does vary it up occasionally, sometimes using a funny voice.
What has two thumbs, a funny voice, and still doesn't give a crap?
Bob Kelso!
I added the funny voice to keep it fresh.
It's not a very original comeback, but it's a cliche for good reason. It's effective. Plus, there's something to be said for Kelso's delivery.
Dr. Kelso, it's so cold in pediatrics the kids are wearing mittens.
Hey, champ, what has two thumbs and doesn't give a crap? Bob Kelso. How you doing?
Number 6. Too Proud. When Dr. Cox's ex-wife Jordan returns, pregnant with, supposedly, another man's child, he's both conflicted and angry, particularly since he's seeing someone else. However, he also discovers that his current girlfriend, Julie, has slept around at the hospital.
God, I just hate that every doctor you ever gave a drug sample to sniffs around you like a pathetic little puppy dog.
I never gave those guys anything. I slept with them.
Carla rightly calls Dr. Cox out on his hypocrisy after he takes some of his anger out on JD. She lists all the women he has slept with at the hospital, including Jordan, repeatedly.
I'm proud of her commitment to medicine.
Please, what about all the women you've slept with? Your ex-wife, that med student, your ex-wife, the cute nurse from radiology, your ex-wife.
Please get off my ex-wife.
When Cox asks that she stop mentioning his ex-wife, Carla responds,
I will if you will.
Damn it.
Dr. Cox can't even be mad at her, and we don't blame him because that's one solid burn. Number 5. Who Caresies Awards. Dr. Cox has had many creative methods of expressing how little he cares about things.
Hey, Dr. Cox. You'll be happy to know that I did everything for my patient that you did for yours.
Oh my God, I care so little I almost passed out.
There's that time he cared so little he almost passed out, and we're big fans of the celebrated work Man Not Caring.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present Man Not Caring.
But our pick for the best time he discusses his lack of anything approaching caring is this one. Dr. Cox's patience is about as thin as Turk's hair. It just ain't there. So when everyone around him starts talking about the minutia of their lives while he's trying to save a patient's life, he decides to invent the Who Caresies Awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first annual Sacred Heart Who Caresies Awards, designed to honor those people who believe that others actually give a rat's ass about the minutia of their lives.
This dovetails nicely into a fantasy sequence where JD embellishes the already amusing premise with full-on award show pomp.
And the winner is Dame Judy Dorian. This is Dame Judy Dorian's first nomination and first win.
That year was the Todds to lose. Number 4. Elliot takes down Jordan. If there's anyone more savage than Dr. Cox at Sacred Heart, it's probably his ex-wife Jordan.
JD's thought. First he dumps that patient on you, and now he wants you to ask me a favor? Honey, if you don't start saying no to him soon, you're gonna wind up on the losing end of a little game I like to call hide the pickle.
But even she can be bested, on rare occasions. One such moment happens after Elliot gives her a physical, when Jordan claims that Elliot shouldn't be sleeping with JD, whom Elliot actually likes, and that sex is for revenge and children. Elliot calls Jordan out.
I don't know where your mother was when she should have been telling you all of these things, but you cannot have sex with someone you care about. Sex is for making babies and revenge.
Oh, you're so full of it.
She reveals that everyone knows she's still sleeping with Dr. Cox, while also lambasting her for her hypocrisy.
And it can't be about making babies, because you'd probably just end up eating them anyway. And as for revenge, I'm just not sure that driving to his apartment and pleasuring him while he watches Sports Center is hurting him as much as you might think. So I have to figure that you still care about him, whether you want to admit it or not.
Elliot doesn't quite stick the landing, but we have to respect that she dared to hit Jordan so far below the belt. Number 3, the rant song. Dr. Cox delivers plenty of amusing rants during Scrubs, but one of the most amusing is also the one that rhymes the most.
It's your hair, your nose, your chinless face. You always need a hug, not to mention all the manly apple teenies that you chug.
In the episode My Musical, a woman named Patty faints outside the hospital, and when she wakes up, everyone has started singing their words. While trying to convince Dr. Cox she's not insane, we're treated to a rant in song form about everything JD does to irritate Dr. Cox.
So now that is why I call you names like Carol, Jane, and Sue, like Moesha, Kim, and Lily, and Suzanne, and Betty Lou. See, regardless of the names I pick, my feelings are quite clear. You're a pain on every day of every month of every year.
There's some creative bars throughout, and even some accompaniment by the janitor and Patty herself. While most of us would probably like to compose a song about someone or something that bothers us, we're unfortunately not all musically inclined.
Shut your cake hole, Mary Beth, or I swear to God I'll shut it soon.
Congratulations. We'll schedule your test this afternoon.
Number 2, all the girl names. Dr. Cox may be JD's mentor, but he's hardly nice about it. Along with the aforementioned rants directed at his protege, Perry's favorite method of mocking JD is calling him an arbitrary girl's name instead of addressing him by his real name.
Frankly, each time you call me a girl's name, I die a little inside.
Look, Janice, Denise, Tiffany, Amber, Thiessen.
The sheer variety of these is impressive, even if the concept is a simple one.
Do it now, call her Betty.
You're insane.
Betty.
Betty?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it worked!
These names can range from famous celebrities to random common names, and even something as lazy as the literal words girl's name. He even switches it up one episode too, and does dogs' names instead.
And instead, I'm going to be referring to you by whatever famous dog I can think of. I've gone with Lassie because, of course, that satisfies the criteria of being both a girl and a dog's name, thus helping you ease into the transition.
It's one of the show's best running gags, for sure. Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Pancake. The noise Turk makes is indescribably funny.
Why is there a pancake in the silverware drawer?
I mean, why is there silverware in the pancake drawer?
Everyone's wheelhouse. Way to break down the entire show's humor, Dr. Cox.
As long as you stay right in your wheelhouse. And it's no different for any of us. Barbie is funniest when she's an anal retentive train wreck. Your husband sells it with a cocky attitude.
Ways to say no. So many ways to convey such a simple concept.
No way, Jose. No chance, Lance. Yet, negatory. Nah. And of course, my own personal favorite of all time, man falling off of a cliff. No!
Wrong equals Dorian. It's surprisingly catchy.
Dorian. You have been wrong about so many things that I'm not even going to say something's wrong anymore. Instead, I'm going to say, it's Dorian.
Number 1, and Hugh Jackman. The rant to end all rants. When JD approaches Dr. Cox and asks him if he's excited about their last week together with JD as a resident, Perry replies in epic fashion. He proceeds to list all the things he cares as little about as their final week together.
High-def TV, the Bush daughters, wireless hotspots, the OC, the UN, recycling, getting punked, Annie Gans, the Latin Grammys, the real Grammys, Jeff, that wiggle who sleeps too darn much.
These topics range from fads, to politics, to celebrities, to then cutting-edge technology. By the end of it, he includes everything that exists in every conceivable reality. And to top it all off...
And Hugh Jackman.
He really went there. It's so brutal, yet so entertaining. It's no wonder they called back to it on JD's final day at the hospital.
Everything that exists, past, present, and future, in all discovered and undiscovered dimensions. And of course, Hugh Jackman.
Dr. Perry Cox didn't just rant, he unleashed verbal hurricanes. Let's count down the moments where his trademark tirades reach peak brilliance, shall we?
Wrong, 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 wrong.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the funniest times Sacred Heart's resident Savage didn't mince his words while sharing his thoughts and feelings.
And of course, Hugh Jackman.
Number 10, a devoted residency director. If we were ever to visit a hospital, we hope to encounter compassionate staff dedicated to our well-being. But enter Dr. Perry Cox, a character with layers.
I'm sure you're wondering why I accept the position of residency director, considering my disdain for, well, all of you.
While he may not always wear his heart on his sleeve, his passion for his work is undeniable. However, when he takes on the role of residency director, he bluntly reveals his priorities in a candid monologue.
It's all about the $4, trust me. And seems as my money is contingent on you lemmings actually doing your jobs, I would say that now is a pretty good time for you to scurry on back to work.
For him, it's all about the extra dough rolling in. If you somehow missed his disdain for his colleagues before now, this rant makes it crystal clear. And that unsettling chuckle at the end, well, it's enough to send anyone rushing straight back to work.
Go!
Number 9, new chief resident. Molly convinces Elliot to apply for chief resident, turning the one-horse contest into a dramatic face-off with JD. Dr. Cox initially awards the role to Elliot, sending JD into a frenzy.
Why do you hate me when I show you nothing but love? Who's gonna tell my mom? And what the hell am I supposed to do with 10,000 John Dorian chief resident business cards?
However, in a surprising turn, he reveals that he's assigning the role to both of them. He explains why he sees them as a great team, albeit delivering the message in his trademark sarcastic style.
Well, I figure with her being ridiculously book smart to the point where she has almost no interpersonal skills, and you being warm and cuddly as an unpotty trained labradoodle and about as useful in high-stress medical situations as an unpotty trained labradoodle.
Despite the string of backhanded compliments, it's still a win. Comparing them to labradoodles might have been an odd choice, but in Cox's peculiar way, it's a compliment. And also, who doesn't love a labradoodle? They're adorable.
Together, the two of you make one barely passable doctor / labradoodle.
Number 8, the nature of people. How does the saying go? People are like a box of chocolates? Well, Dr. Molly Clock seems to think so. Things heat up when she finds herself at odds with Chief of Medicine Dr. Kelso, sparking a clash of beliefs with Dr. Cox.
Underneath it all, I bet he's a sweetheart.
No, underneath it all, he is pure evil.
Perry, no one's pure evil. I mean, yes, some people have a hard outer shell, but inside, everybody has a creamy center.
Molly believes that even the toughest exteriors can hide a softer side. But Cox, he sees the world through a different lens.
Lady, people aren't chocolates. Do you know what they are mostly? Coated with filling.
To him, whatever makes up Molly's core isn't to his liking, like when you bite into a chocolate only to grimace and toss it aside. Funnier still is that Molly isn't even slightly swayed by his tough guy act, leaving him seething.
Oh, I am so very angry that I'm going to find someone to kill just to prove her wrong.
Number 7, many ways to say no. Dr. Cox isn't known for sugarcoating his words, yet we have to give him credit for always relaying his message in inventive, albeit savage ways.
It's my boss, dude. You know what a boss is. For you, that would be the 17-year-old that tells you to clean out the grease trap after you've filled all the ketchups. My ribs.
For instance, when JD requests his brother Dan be allowed to shadow them for a day, Dr. Cox's response is nothing short of classic. If you've ever wanted a more creative way to decline, Dr. Cox provides some entertaining options.
There are just so very many ways for me to say this to you. Never, not in a million years, absolutely not. No way, Jose, no chance, Lance, yet, negatory, nah,
Like him, we're also fans of the man falling off of a cliff variation.
No!
Oh, Dr. Cox?
In a hilarious twist, however, he changes his mind when he realizes he's given JD the answer he wants. Professionalism be damned when you can mess with your overly attached colleague instead.
Thank you. Hold the phone. You don't want him to come with us?
No. Poof.
Dan? Come.
Number 6. The day they were passing out common sense. We're used to Dr. Cox's sharp wit, but it gets even funnier when he fully commits, delivering brutally honest tirades with passion and flair.
Listen closely, tiny dancer. I wouldn't be flapping my mouth if I'd forgotten to get a blood culture on Mr. Blair. And for the love of God, do you at least remember what you were doing the day they were passing out common sense?
On this occasion, JD unwittingly finds himself in the doctor's crosshairs, facing the full force of his wrath. With animated intensity, Dr. Cox not only criticizes JD's competence, but also spins elaborate scenarios that might explain JD's apparent lack of common sense.
Maybe you're busy bopping along to whatever boy band really makes your heart race nowadays, and you just drove on by. Of course, I don't know, I'm just guessing. But one thing's sure shooting. You wound up at the dum-dum store.
What makes this moment truly shine is the masterful portrayal by John C. McGinley, capturing the essence of Dr. Cox's unique mix of bluntness and humor. The hilarity continues when JD channels his reluctant mentor to fire back.
Look, Doctor, if you flip the page on that chart, you'd see that I pan-cultured him yesterday. But that would probably get in the way of the perverse pleasure you take in pointing out other people's slip-ups. Well, too bad, Buster Brown, because I'm a resident now.
Number 5. How could JD be less productive? JD hits a wall while mentoring a new, inept intern. While he's deep in thought, he's interrupted by Dr. Cox, who launches into a spirited rant, likening JD to the wall he's leaning on.
The only way you could be less productive right now is if you were, in fact, the wall in which you're leaning against. Of course, then you'd be providing some jackass with a wall in which to lean against and reflect on what a jackass he truly is.
With his characteristic wit, Dr. Cox humorously critiques JD's productivity and adds his signature touch by addressing him by a girl's name. The humor peaks when he instructs JD to skip back to work and doesn't mean it figuratively.
You could at least pretend to be doing some work, and right about now, even though you don't have your basket, oh, it's just a terrific time for you to skip away, Shirley. Skip away. Skip away.
Watching JD follow orders is hilarious, but this interaction also becomes a valuable lesson for him. He grasps the unconventional wisdom in Dr. Cox's approach and applies it to his own challenges.
Newbie, wait.
Newbie?
Shut up. Look, Josh, you're the only one who knows whether you want to be a doctor or not. But right now, I kind of got my hands full, okay? So what do you say you put some gloves on, Shirley, and get the hell in here?
Number 4. Perry's perspective. By the 3rd season, JD has figured out that Dr. Cox's monologues can be used as opportunities to be productive.
I wouldn't know the exact number of days unless I consulted my Friends for Life calendar that I keep taped inside my hope chest. Still,
I've learned to make Dr. Cox's rants work for me. I catch up on paperwork, I look after patients.
However, he makes the mistake of believing there's a limit to how many speeches Perry is willing to give in a day. So, when JD asks for a recommendation letter without being called a girl's name, he unwittingly triggers round 2.
look, Janice, Denise, Tiffany, Amber, Thiessen. Let me go ahead and share a little something special with you that I like to call Perry's perspective.
Starting with a string of female names, Dr. Cox offers Perry's perspective. It's filled with some valid truths, but mostly just a tidal wave of cynicism. With its sharp wit, it's undeniably funny and serves as another reminder of the humor we all enjoy.
3, and most importantly of all, the only way to be respected as a doctor, nay, respected as a man, is to be an island. You are born alone, you damn sure die alone. Isn't that right, Spike?
Number 3. A strange place to find Captain Kangaroo. Dr. Cox and Dr. Kelso couldn't be more different, and their contrasting opinions on patient care create a chaotic situation for the residents caught in the middle. When Elliot tries to clear up their conflicting orders, Cox swiftly cuts her off with one of his trademark rants.
I don't ever want to hear anything that's come out of that man's mouth, unless, of course, it's, oh my God, I'm dying, now I'm moving towards the light, but wait a minute, there's been a mistake. This is hell.
He vividly imagines his boss in hell meeting its residents, including one particularly unexpected one, and ends with a clever jab at Elliot.
My boyfriend is a dolphin trainer.
I hear that's a shame, because the whole dolphin thing used to make you so interesting. Too bad.
Cox's ability to humorously and sharply criticize is unmatched, and he really knows how to paint a picture with words, doesn't he? But the real question remains, what's his issue with Captain Kangaroo?
Hello, Hitler. Hello, Mussolini. Captain Kangaroo. That's weird.
Number 2, the rant song. In this episode, a woman named Patty experiences a unique condition. She hears everything in song. So we hear Dr. Cox's signature monologue in a style similar to Major General's song from the Pirates of Penzance.
I am the very model of a modern Major General, life information, vegetable, animal, and mineral.
Crafted by the talented duo of writer Deborah Fordham and composer Jan Stevens, this musical masterpiece perfectly captures Cox's fiery personality.
Should I list the reasons why? Well, I don't see why not. It's your hair, your nose, your chinless face. You always need a hug, not to mention all the manly appletinis that you chug.
It's vibrant, witty, and sharply conveys his frustration with JD. This glimpse of Dr. Cox's musical side is not just hilarious, it's downright brilliant.
So now that is why I call you names like Carol, Jane, and Sue, like Moesha, Kim, and Lily, and Suzanne, and Betty Lou. See, regardless of the names I pick, my feelings are quite clear. You're a pain on every day of every month of every year.
The way the song mirrors his tempestuous emotions is pure genius, seamlessly blending humor and creativity. This scene doesn't just talk, it sings, leaving a lasting impression with every note.
Or I swear to God I'll shut it soon.
Congratulations. We'll schedule your test this afternoon.
Number 1, and Hugh Jackman. JD zealously approaches Dr. Cox to commemorate his last week as a resident, but turns out Dr. Cox doesn't quite share his excitement.
I suppose I could riff a list of things that I care as little about as our last week together. Let me see. Low-carb diets, Michael Moore, the Republican National Convention.
Instead, he responds with a humorous tirade, listing all the things he cares less about than this moment. With each addition to his list, the doctor's disinterest escalates, leaving no doubt that there's perhaps nothing in the universe, known or unknown, that he cares about less than JD's last week.
Every talk show host, everything on the planet, everything in the solar system, everything that exists. Past, present, and future in all discovered and undiscovered dimensions.
But what does he have against Hugh Jackman?
And Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. How dare he?
This iconic rant is referenced again on JD's last day at Sacred Heart in a hilarious and brilliant throwback. But seriously, what's with all the Hugh Jackman shade?
And of course,
Hugh Jackman.
It turns out that tons of stars pass through the halls of Sacred Heart. See if you remember any of these appearances.
Hi, I'm trying to keep non-medical personnel from coming back here. I'm the chief of medicine.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 stars you forgot were on Scrubs.
And here comes the gratitude, the 2 words every doctor lives to hear.
Later, dude.
For this list, we're looking at some of the biggest names you might not remember visited Sacred Heart over the years. Who was your favorite Scrubs guest star? Number 10, Carrie Russell. Russell's recognizable from a plethora of movies and TV shows, including her Golden Globe Award-winning role in the drama series Felicity. But on Scrubs, she played Elliot's free-spirited former sorority sister Melody O'Hara.
Elliot? Melody? Oh my God!
And just like that, they regressed to the 2 19-year-old sorority sisters they had once been.
Melody swoops into town to surprise Elliot and inadvertently comes between her and JD. She also happens to be present when Keith proposes.
Elliot, will you marry me?
No way!
Despite coming across as a maverick unwilling to be tied down, her reaction to the engagement reveals a deep-seated truth. Her 2-episode story arc brought a lot of action, entertainment, and even some plot-altering revelations.
You don't really seem like the notch on your bedpost type of guy. Why are you trying so hard to do me?
You know what? I don't even really know. Actually, I did. I just didn't want to admit it.
It's just a shame we never saw Melody again, as she was the perfect yin to Elliot's yang. Number 9, Heather Locklear. You'll know Locklear from her countless notable TV appearances. These include her 4-time Golden Globe winning stint on Melrose Place and as Sammy Jo Carrington on Dynasty.
Well, what's your name?
It's Joseph.
Oh, like half of mine. Samantha Josephine. We're Joe and Joe.
It's Joseph.
In Scrubs' 2nd season, she played the hot but unscrupulous pharmaceutical rep Julie Keaton. Julie shakes things up around Sacred Heart as she flirts with everyone while peddling her product.
I gotta say, I don't mind watching you 2 boys walk away.
Oh,
Yeah, work it. Ow!
She's talking about our tushies. I say we go back, but let's walk backwards.
There is no one I hate more than that Medusa.
Of course, Dr. Cox proves to be a tougher customer, but she tries to convince him to look past her profession and go out with her. Ultimately, the pair embark on a relationship until Perry's pregnant ex-wife shows up.
You should cut out the middleman and just have a therapist deliver him. I mean, honestly, Jordan, why are you telling me this?
Oh, because I've also decided that I want you back.
While Locklear's time on the show was very engaging, we were rooting for Team Jordan. Number 8, Brendan Fraser. Speaking of Jordan, remember her brother Ben? He was the happy-go-lucky, life-affirming photographer responsible for one of the saddest moments of the entire series.
Pictures capture moments in time. Woo. When they're posed, they're not real. You know, I hate that whole, thing. That's why at a party, you see me in the bushes with my camera.
Anyway, he was played by none other than the Mummy, Crash, Gods and Monsters, and dogfight actor Brendan Fraser. While featuring on Zach Braff and Donald Faison's Fake Doctors Real Friends podcast, the actor revealed that Scrubs creator Bill Lawrence had an interesting way to get him on board, involving a bunch of gym shorts.
So wear underwear.
You know how I feel about underwear.
Every girl who came to our house in the mid-'80s knows how you feel about underwear.
The sweatpants yours. I don't like that much freedom down there.
We're glad Lawrence's gesture was so enticing, as Ben's storyline captured the humor and gut-punching emotion that made Scrubs so special.
Crying babies covered in chocolate, people singing happy birthday to my son who've never even met him before, you know, the whole routine.
Where do you think we are?
And we couldn't think of a more suitable actor to pull it off either. Number 7, Mandy Moore. In season 5, JD's patient Mrs. Nichols is so grateful to him that she offers to set him up with her grandniece. The beautiful yet incredibly klutzy Julie Quinns, played by actress and singer Mandy Moore, who incidentally was dating Zach Braff at the time.
And yet there's something so accessible about her. I wonder what it is.
Ooh, I'm gonna have the carrot cake.
These days, Moore is probably best known for playing Rebecca Pearson in This Is Us or Jamie Sullivan in A Walk to Remember, among other film roles. JD and Julie have a lot in common, and naturally, their chemistry is on fire.
We fell for each other so swiftly, we decided to buy some property together and build a deck on it.
To our half acre.
Hey, look, the Clarks are home.
Well, unfortunately, the Clarks felt that if we weren't building a house, we weren't technically their neighbors.
Hey, Clarks!
Go to hell! Okay. Hey, Buzz! I'm gonna beat you in poker next time.
But as always, JD messes up when he starts to nitpick at her qualities. Even meeting Julie's godfather, Star Wars actor Billy D. Williams, couldn't save this relationship.
There's somebody else here who wants to say something.
Don't mess this up, man. Be smooth.
Lando's right.
Billy D.
Number 6, Michael J. Fox. Season 3 briefly introduced us to Dr. Kevin Casey, a brilliant doctor and surgeon who struggles with obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Super doc.
Fine. A super doc with obsessive-compulsive disorder.
Okay. How hard can it be for me to step in your left foot first and simultaneously exhale as my right foot plants? How hard?
Not that hard?
Exactly. Shaved head guy. Whose hair smells like lilacs?
Hers and his.
Huh? That's very pretty. And deeply disturbing.
The jar said unisex.
I know.
Unisex.
I know.
Despite his limited time on the series, Dr. Casey leaves a poignant message about how you shouldn't measure yourself up to others because everyone's carrying their own burdens. This was also one of Fox's first roles after his Parkinson's disease diagnosis.
Everyone's got their own burdens, JD. And I'm not gonna be one of those people that dumps mine on somebody else. Now, what do you need?
His storyline almost mirrored his real-life experiences of trying to make the best of a bad situation and not letting it define him. The Back to the Future actor is pivotal to these episodes, bringing plenty of comedy and numerous thought-provoking moments.
Someone could just walk into your life, have such a big impact, and then vanish just like that, never to be seen again. But mostly I thought about how in some small way, Kevin had helped every single person he met here.
His appearance is highly underrated and definitely worth a rewatch. Number 5. Matthew Perry. JD finds himself in an awkward situation when he tracks down a patient's estranged son, played by Friends actor Matthew Perry.
Hello? Hello? We lost him.
So what was your thing?
Shouldn't you call the fire department or something?
Nah, that was just Mickey fooling around.
Hey.
This is a tiny airport. We get like one airplane a day.
Murray, an air traffic controller, is all set to donate a kidney to his father until he discovers that they aren't biologically related. This is even funnier when you know that the actor who played his father is actually Perry's dad.
And no matter what you think of that guy in there, he always knew he wasn't your father, but he stayed in the game anyway. So how's about you get your selfish ass in there?
Okay. Hey.
Hey.
So, I got this extra kidney I'm not using.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You know I love you, right?
Yeah. I know you do. I love you too, Dad.
Incidentally, Perry also directed this episode. Could his guest spot be any more awesome? He wasn't the only Friends alum to appear on the show either. In season 8, Courtney Cox had a 3-episode stint as Sacred Heart's awful, cruel, and deceitful new chief of medicine, Dr. Taylor Maddox.
See, she was an odd combination of super friendly
Hey, you rock star!
and soulless.
This guy's insurance only covers 3 days of ICU care, so we gotta get him out of here today, okay? And you know what? I'll take care of it.
Number 4. John Ritter. Some audiences might remember him best as Jack Tripper from Three's Company, whereas to others, he'll always be the overprotective Paul Hennessy from 8 Simple Rules.
You just embarrass us in front of like the coolest guy in the whole school.
Oh, after what you just did to your little brother, the coolest guy? He's the coolest guy in your whole school? God, I'd hate to see the dorks.
While these barely scratch the surface of his impressive credits, you might have forgotten that he also played JD's father and pencil salesman, Sam Dorian. JD and his dad didn't always see eye to eye, but it was clear that there was a lot of love there, and the makings of a dynamic father-son relationship.
There he is. I thought you had to work all day.
You know, I did, but I got someone to cover for me because I want to make sure I caught you and just let you know how cool it was to see you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, listen, you know, I have to travel a lot lately, so I'm sure I'll be back in this region again soon, so I could swing back out and see you.
That'd be great.
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 Good.
That's funny.
Happy to see you.
Sam was supposed to be a recurring character, but sadly, Ritter suddenly passed away in 2003. A season 4 episode focusing on the Dorian brothers dealing with their grief was written in his memory.
Meanwhile, he gets to work the next morning and realizes he's got 1 million of them in the trunk of his car.
The trunk is filled with boxes of them.
Who's your dad?
Number 3. Dick Van Dyke. Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and The Dick Van Dyke Show are just some of the places you've seen this icon before. In Scrubs, he plays Dr. Doug Townsend, an old friend of Dr. Kelso's who struggles to keep up with modern medicine.
Dr. Townsend is like the anti-Kelso. The nurses love him.
Betty, that color is great on you.
The attendings love him.
Hey, how's the best doctor in this hospital?
Tell me, hot shot. Everyone loves him.
Hello, my ragtime summertime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Yes, sir.
Everyone.
Thank you for being you.
The character highlights the actor's likability, comedic prowess, and affable demeanor, making it even more gut-wrenching when Kelso has no choice but to let him go. Plus, his storyline prompted an interesting discourse about aging doctors.
Now you're in here to tattle on the very guy who's taking the bullet for you. Is that right?
Do me a favor, will you, son? Grab that for me. Thanks.
I'm sorry, sir.
In a Reddit AMA, Donald Faison divulged that Dick Van Dyke was one of the guest stars he was most excited about.
Guys like us, we're set in our ways.
Well, this is not an age thing, Doug. Hell, these days, if you've been out of med school 5 years, half of what you learned is obsolete. Why do you think I spend every other weekend at a seminar in some two-star hotel ballroom that still stinks of last night's prom vomit? I do it because I have to keep up.
Also, it gives you 2 days away from the missus, right? Once again, I am sorry I was the one who introduced you in the first place.
And who could blame him? Van Dyke's appearance was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Number 2, Colin Farrell. This Irish heartthrob's arguably better known for more dramatic films like Tigerland, Minority Report, and The Batman. Not that he hasn't delved into comedic roles as well.
I'll just put it out there, do us a favour. Is there any chance I could get one of these filled with Guinness? I have an awful hangover. My head is split. We had a late night last night, as you can see, and I'm a bit shaky. Is there any chance?
Probably not. We don't usually do that.
No?
In this season 4 episode, he plays the charming Billy Callahan, who claims to be the brother of an unconscious patient. It's later revealed that this was a lie, and he actually threw the punch that landed the guy in the hospital, and he just wants to make sure he's all right.
He slipped his head on the bar. Now, listen, where I come from, you knock someone unconscious, you stay around, you make sure they're okay. Right? So, guess what? I won't be leaving.
Well, then you're gonna have to deal with me and my partner. I mean, like, my partner, not like my partner.
Can I talk to you outside for a second?
How are you doing?
Not great, actually. I'm dead.
Bummer. How long?
4 years next month.
Jeez, that's a nightmare. I was dead once, for about 10 minutes. Then my mate Danny peed on my head.
Unsurprisingly, in a role that seems tailor-made for the actor, everyone's enchanted by Billy's charisma.
Life's too short to hold a grudge. But still, you two boys might want to ask yourselves why you contacted the authorities and didn't have the decency to come and talk to me first. But I shall let you two partners figure that out. By the way, you're a gorgeous couple. Good luck to you. See you, lads!
In his brief time on the show, Billy teaches everyone a little something about living their best lives. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Amy Smart. The Just Friends actress played Jamie Moyer, aka Tasty Coma Wife.
We call her Tasty Coma Wife, or TCW for short.
How's he doing?
You know, he's the same. How are you doing?
Actually, I was just calculating how much time I need to spend here so I don't feel guilty all week. And now I need to double it because I can't believe I just said that.
Jason Bateman. Did JD and Turk ever get a thank you from Mr. Sutton, or at least an apology from his birds?
Why would I thank you for doing your job? I'm a garbage man. How many times a day do you think I get thanked?
6.
You're off by about 6.
12.
Starting to see why Leon outfoxed you.
Stupid bird stole my hat. I just don't see why it's such a big deal for you to say, hey, Doc.
Why didn't he just walk away like that?
Heather Graham. You might remember her as ditzy psychiatrist, Dr. Molly Clock.
And you don't have to be a psychiatrist to see, Perry, that if you used to be truly happy and now you're not, then you should go back to the way it was when you were happy. Isn't that what you would do?
Yeah.
Tara Reid. She played Jordan's fiery younger sister, Danny Sullivan.
I wish I'd taken the stairs.
Me too.
Sorry, sometimes I just have this inner monologue running through my head.
Inner monologue?
Weirdo! This is my floor.
Lucky bastard.
Aziz Ansari. Ansari's Ed Dandapani didn't last at Sacred Heart very long.
What does he have?
Actually didn't get to that chapter yet. There's this trivia thing. Did you know James Garfield was our 20...
It's been 2 days. You're fired.
Number 1, Ryan Reynolds. We know what you're thinking. Ryan Reynolds was on Scrubs? Yes, if you cast your mind back to season 2, the Hollywood A-lister played Turk and JD's old college buddy Spence.
Oh, that's good sauce.
Check it out. Free picture.
His appearance came shortly after the finale of his sitcom, 2 Guys and a Girl, and his breakthrough movie role in National Lampoon's Van Wilder long before his Deadpool days. Although Spence is in just 1 episode, he seriously makes waves among the series' regulars, including spilling the tea on Jordan's baby's real father.
You just had a baby.
No. She just had a baby.
Yeah, but you said it was his.
And he said something else. That he didn't know it yet. That's exactly right. Holy crap! Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away.
Reynolds was a relatively known actor at this point, but nowhere near the acclaimed superstar he is today. Now, excuse us while we go dig up his episode.
We are going to end things today by checking out where everyone in the cast ended up after the show's first run.
Listeners, we haven't been together in a very long time.
It's been a minute.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're catching up with the doctors and other regulars from Sacred Heart. No offense to the season 9 newbies, but we're focusing on the main cast from Scrubs season 1 to 8.
Since we're not going to be friends, can I have some of my money back, Gav?
Don't end it like this.
Number 10. Robert Maschio. This actor is best known for playing Dr. Todd Quinlan, a proprietor of high fives and sexual harassment.
Wait, what's he talking about? Okay, just take the last word he says and add a 5 to it.
I don't know, it just all seems a little unfair.
Unfair 5.
Thanks, man. You always know the right things to say.
I work hard on those.
Excuse me, Dr. Quinlan.
Who? That's you, Todd. Oh, yeah.
I just want to thank you for helping with my daughter's condition. It's hard enough being 16, and she shouldn't have to be teased by her classmates just because she looks so different.
I am glad to help, ma'am.
You are making a difference in her daughter's life. What are you fixing? Some type of major facial deformity?
No, I'm giving her giant cans.
Okay.
Although the Todd seems like a moron on the surface, his surgical skills can't be denied. Likewise, Robert Maschio may have played a doofus, but in reality, he has a BA in American politics.
I went to Columbia University, it's an Ivy League school in New York City. I was an American politics major. I concentrated in American literature. I thought I was going to be a doctor, then a lawyer, then a politician. But all along the way, I was doing plays. I was doing theater. I did Pippin, Anything Goes, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, and thus for a short period of time, I was a homosexual. No, I'm not. I'm not gay, but if I was, I would do a one-man show about it.
During his tenure on Scrubs, Maschio popped up on shows like Veronica Mars and As the World Turns. Following the series' end, Maschio brought Todd back, sort of, for a cameo on Cougar Town, which Bill Lawrence also co-created.
You all right, Five?
From the big dog.
Since a 2015 appearance on Bones, Maschio has been MIA from the screen. He's retired from acting, now working in real estate. Maschio is still active on social media and makes appearances through Cameo.
People just want to high-five me. I come to some of these conventions, and they want to look at me, they want to say hi, but they just want to high-five me. And so you know what? I give the people what they want.
Number 9. Sam Lloyd. Throughout his career, Sam Lloyd specialised in playing lonely sad sacks. You could say that sitcom stardom was in his blood, seeing how Uncle Christopher Lloyd rose to fame on Taxi. While Sam Lloyd appeared in numerous TV comedies, Scrubs fans will recognise him as long-suffering lawyer Ted Buckland.
I quit. No, you don't. Well, I'm leaving early today. No, you're coming back to my office and doing busy work. Fine, but I'm getting a soda first. Whatever.
After his Sacred Heart days, Lloyd made guest appearances on comedies like Modern Family and The Middle, the latter starring Neil Flynn in a Scrubs reunion of sorts. Bill Lawrence also re-teamed with Lloyd, playing Ted in 3 episodes of Cougar Town.
This is weird, man. Everyone here looks like someone from my old job. Old you was nice to me. Old you hated me.
I kind of feel the same way now.
That's exactly what old you would say. That's exactly what old you would do.
Lloyd's last role would be on an episode of American Housewife. That same year, Lloyd discovered that he had a brain tumor and cancer. Lloyd sadly died in 2020, leaving behind a wife and newborn son.
I'm right here. I've got all kinds of range. All right. So take care. This is Sam Lloyd signing off.
Number 8. Krista Miller. Krista Miller was starring as Kate O'Brien on The Drew Carey Show when she met Bill Lawrence at an ABC party in 1998. The two married in 1999, with Scrubs premiering 2 years later. Lawrence cast Miller as Dr. Perry Cox's venomous ex-wife, Jordan Sullivan.
Don't look her in the eyes, newbie. She'll steal your soul.
So, how are things going down in the underworld?
Good. And you? Still have a rollicking social life?
Since I cut you loose, there's been one big party.
In the next 5 seconds, name some place other than the hospital or your apartment you've been in the last month. 5, 4, 3, 2...
My car. On the way to the big party.
Although this was originally meant to be a guest spot, Jordan eventually reconciles with Perry in their own twisted way. Jordan thus became a regular presence.
I pronounced you ex-husband and ex-wife. You may now do whatever the hell you want.
I've never been this happy.
You have no chance at being normal.
Miller has continued to work closely with her husband, voicing Cleopatra on Clone High, playing Ellie Torres on Cougar Town, and most recently lending her sharp comedic timing to Shrinking as next-door neighbor Liz. When asked how their working relationship differs from their dynamic at home, Miller gave a very Jordan answer about Lawrence.
Thank God we work together, because he's sexy at work. He's dynamic, he's genius,
He's in
doing
control,
his thing.
he's in power.
At home, dumbest person in the world. Follows me around, wants to wear me. If he could have a baby Bjorn that was grown up and carry me around, and at work he treats me like he's not following me.
Number 7. Judy Reyes. Nurses sometimes have better bedside manner and are more practical than doctors. That was certainly the case with Carla Espinosa, played by Dominican-American actress Judy Reyes.
Word does get around Ms. Out for herself, so you can dump on everyone here if you want, but you will not hurt me.
Her name's Carla, by the way.
Post-Scrubs, Reyes made several guest appearances on various shows before landing a regular gig as Zoila Diaz on Devious Maids. We guess that fulfills one of Turk's fantasies.
You looking fine as hell today, girl. It's going down.
Reyes followed up that show with the ensemble dramedy Claws, playing Annalise, Quiet Anne Zayas. She can currently be seen as Lieutenant Selena Soto on High Potential.
Since when do you show an open case file to a civilian? A potential suspect?
Can you refute anything she said?
No. We have to be sure, because if she's right...
And we currently have a botched homicide investigation with no leads.
While Reyes has appeared in crime dramas before, this show introduces a unique element as a single mother goes from cleaning duties at the LAPD to helping the police catch criminals. It's not the first time Reyes has teamed with a janitor. Number 6. Ken Jenkins.
Hey, champ. What has two thumbs and doesn't give a crap? Bob Kelso. How you doing?
When Scrubs premiered in 2001, Ken Jenkins had been working steadily as a character actor, from guest spots on shows like The X-Files to small roles in movies like Gone in 60 Seconds. Jenkins was in his 60s by the time he was cast as Dr. Bob Kelso, Sacred Heart's heartless chief of medicine, who gradually reveals a softer side throughout the series. Even after retiring, Kelso sticks around because of his free muffins for life privileges.
This is why I come here every day.
You come here every day? Loser. My balloon!
Likewise, Jenkins has stuck with Lawrence, having a recurring role in Cougar Town as Courtney Cox's father, Chip. Jenkins also lent his voice to Gravity Falls, played Elder Sam on a series of unfortunate events, and portrayed Judge Howard Smith in the HBO movie All the Way.
Podiatrists, like other minorities, got rights too. To force them to work violates the 13th Amendment's prohibition against slavery or involuntary servitude.
Number 5. Neil Flynn. Auditioning for Dr. Cox, Neil Flynn was instead cast as Sacred Heart's janitor, a role that wasn't meant to last beyond the pilot. The antagonistic dynamic between the janitor and JD proved so hilarious that they had to keep this guy around.
Whoa. Looks like someone switched to big boy pants a little too soon.
Oh, that's very clever. It looks like I wet myself. Do you actually think that that's funny?
Yeah.
Good God, that's cold.
Flynn went from one long-running sitcom to another, playing Mike Heck on The Middle, where the janitor was by far the most eccentric regular at Sacred Heart. The Middle gave Flynn a chance to play an average family man.
You're the one that wants the trophy. You're the one that wants to win.
That's ridiculous.
Don't you roll away from me. It's true. You've been out of control this whole weekend.
I'm not the one agreeing to every half-baked idea my 13-year-old comes up with.
14. She had a birthday.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Like Scrubs, The Middle lasted 9 seasons. Since then, Flynn has appeared in other Bill Lawrence productions like Clone High, again voicing a janitor, and Shrinking, reuniting with fugitive co-star Harrison Ford. He doesn't get shot by the one-armed man this time, however.
Can we at least still be friends? Maybe get a beer sometime?
Ray, it wouldn't be appropriate. I'm strict about boundaries.
Okay, well, at least admit that you're gonna miss me.
I will. Very much.
Number 4. Donald Faison. The clueless crowd will recognize him as Murray Duvall, but to Scrubs fans, Donald Faison is forever Dr. Chris Turk, or Turkleton, as Kelso calls him.
Actually, sir, my last name isn't Turkleton. It's just Turk, as in Chris Turk.
I prefer Turkleton.
Sir, I promise you, if you offer her the job again, she'll say yes. And I'll do anything. I'll pick up extra shifts. I'll volunteer. I'll volunteer at the clinic, whatever you want.
I want you to kill the giant bat that's been living in my attic.
You keeping it in the attic?
You make me laugh, Turkleton. 8 o'clock sharp. I'd wear goggles.
Yes.
Faison followed up Scrubs with supporting parts in movies like Pitch Perfect and Kick-Ass 2. He remained a consistent presence on TV with a revolving door of roles in live action and animation. Faison was set to play Professor Utonium in a live-action Powerpuff Girls reboot. That project never made it past the pilot, although a trailer recently leaked. Mirroring Turk and JD's Guy Love, Faison is still more than good friends with Zach Braff. In addition to appearing in T-Mobile commercials, the two co-host Fake Doctors, Real Friends, a podcast looking back at their time on Scrubs.
Oh, you go old school since the beginning.
You know, since we started this bad boy, I try to keep it old school for all of the heads out there. You know what I'm saying? For all you old school heads out there, I keep it old school. I don't subscribe to the quick time. I don't do that. I stick with the Zoom. I have to travel with the Zoom.
Yeah.
You know, I have upgraded to the Sony camera, but you know.
Looks good.
Number 3. John C. McGinley.
I'm sure you're wondering why I accepted the position of residency director, considering my disdain for, well, all of you. Is it the extra $4 a week in my paycheck, or is it the fact that I finally have a chance to make a difference in this godforsaken hellhole? It's all about the $4, trust me. And seems as my money is contingent on you lemmings actually doing your jobs, I would say that now is a pretty good time for you to scurry on back to work so that I can continue to afford the antidepressants that keep me so damn jolly.
In the 80s, John C. McGinley broke out in Oliver Stone movies like Platoon and Wall Street. McGinley was in demand as a character actor throughout the 90s, one of his most memorable roles being in Office Space. If you grew up in the 2000s though, chances are you were introduced to McGinley as Dr. Perry Cox, Sacred Heart's resident ranter and JD's reluctant mentor.
It's your hair, your nose, your chin, little face. You always need a hug, not to mention all the manly appletinis that you chug. That you think I am your mentor just continues to perplex. And oh my God, stop killing me when you have nerdy sex.
The role allowed McGinley to demonstrate his range as a comedic and dramatic actor, which he's continued to do since. From appearances in other sitcoms like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, to Broadway productions like Glengarry Glen Ross, to horror comedies like Stan Against Evil, McGinley reminds us why he's one of our more underappreciated actors.
That's a good-looking fellow.
You're goddamn right he is.
What would you say you do here? Preach, baby.
Number 2. Sarah Chalke. Sarah Chalke has been a sitcom staple since Roseanne, when she played Becky Connor. Well, the other Becky Connor. There's only one Dr. Elliot Reed, however.
I am racked with self-doubt. I have panic attacks. I'm claustrophobic, germophobic, phobiaphobic. I talk to myself. I talk to my cat. I talk to 3 separate shrinks about the fact that often my cats respond to me in my mother's voice. And yesterday, when that stupid, pretty surgical nurse handed you a pair of latex gloves, I almost killed the guy who's Lego stitching up because I couldn't stop thinking about the two of you having sex on a box of steaks. Why a box of steaks? Because my dad had an affair with a female butcher. And as I mentioned before, I am insane. There, I opened up. Are you happy?
On the heels of Scrubs, Chalke has starred in several short-lived shows like How to Live with Your Parents for the Rest of Your Life and Firefly Lane. She also re-teamed with the Roseanne cast for that revival and reboot, although Chalke played a different character this time.
It is so great to finally meet you.
And I can see why you picked me. I mean, look at us. We could be the same person.
God, I mean, it is like looking in the mirror before I put my makeup on. Now, I have all the paperwork here for you to take home and review. Agreement for medical release at standard stuff. I also have some questions about your genetic history, so I should probably meet your family.
If there's one role that could rival Elliot as Chalke's most popular, it would be Beth Smith from Rick and Morty. Chalke has voiced Rick Sanchez's daughter for more than a decade. Like Elliot, Beth also comes from a medical background, although she specializes in horse surgery.
Dad, I'm out of excuses to not be who I am. So, who am I? What do I do?
My advice, take off. Put a saddle on your universe. Let it kick itself out.
I can't do that. The kids, Jerry, my job, and as much as I hate to admit it, ABC's The Bachelor.
I can make a clone of you. A perfect instance of you with all your memories, an exact copy in every way. It'll love and provide for the kids, do your job, and consume broadcast network reality TV on the same allegedly ironic level as you. You could be gone a day, a week, or the rest of your life with 0 consequences. The moment you decide to come back, I flip a switch, and the clone's job is done. It feels no pain, regrets nothing, and has 0 chance of going Blade Runner.
Number 1. Zach Braff. Even while playing John J.D. Dorian for nearly a decade, Zach Braff found time to direct and explore other roles.
You stole my video camera with all the scenes from Dr. Acula, the vampire movie I'm making.
Why do you think I stole it?
I don't know, maybe I was surfing the hospital's website and I saw that someone posted the Dr. Acula delivers a baby then eats it scene. Someone with the screen name Rotinage. Rotinage is just janitor spelled backwards, Rotinage.
Morning, Dr. Rotinage.
Good morning, Mr. Cleanup Man.
He's kept busy since the series wrapped, appearing in movies such as Oz, the Great and Powerful, and the Cheaper by the Dozen remake. In 2014, Braff left his mark on the Great White Way as David Shane in Bullets Over Broadway. That same year, Braff directed his second feature, Wish I Was Here.
In this world of making small budget independent movies, you really, I think what I've learned is that you can't plan too much. You can't plan too much because then you can solve any problem really easily.
As someone who's now done TV, film, and theatre, and I just got off a stint on Broadway, do you have a preference now, or do you just see the sort of challenges in each?
Just wherever the material's good, you know. When theater's great, I got to work with Woody Allen, one of my heroes, on Broadway just now, and directing, of course, my own film is a passion of mine. And then TV when it's good, you know. It's just a matter of like, where is it good? Where are you working and learning with someone, and where it doesn't feel like work. You know, sometimes it feels like work. When it feels like work, it's bad. You know, because you're so lucky and blessed to be doing what you love to do. So you have to catch yourself from like, this feels like work. That's a sign like this isn't good, because it's so rare that you get to do it. So I just seek out good scripts.
He's since helmed a few other films like Going in Style and A Good Person, the latter of which starred former girlfriend Florence Pugh. Braff stayed in touch with Bill Lawrence, getting an Emmy nomination for directing an episode of Ted Lasso and playing another doctor on Bad Monkey.
Look,
At the end of the day, let's back up. Let's zoom out. Let's be honest with each other, right? Nobody got hurt.
Well, I don't know. I heard that murder hurts.
Do you want a Scrubs reunion or a whole revival?
Bill shot back saying, let's do it, so stay tuned. We could see a Scrubs movie.
Coming to Peacock.
Very cool.
So good.
So ahead of its time, too, in so many ways.
Oh, my gosh. And a lot of that stuff, they probably couldn't do half those jokes.
That is true. Yeah.
We got more reunions coming up. Third hour.
Yeah. That's right, Parenthood's coming up next. Yeah.
NBC hit. All right, thank you,
guys. Well, that's going to do it for this special look at Scrubs. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I definitely did. I've been Matt for MsMojo, and I'll see you next time.